Feeling good, man. Anytime you can get a division win, that's a plus. Like any game, there's stuff that we'd like to do better, especially in the second half, but we'll take it.
Hi everybody, my name's Jason Lombardi. I'm an inspector at DryTech. At DryTech we offer three major services, the first one being basement waterproofing. The second service we offer is foundation and structural repairs. And then the third service that we offer is mold remediation. If you feel you are having a waterproofing issue, give DryTech a call or check us out online.
And welcome back to the Eagles Lehocky Postgame Show. I'm Mike Missinelli with Derek Gunn and Seth Joyner. Eagles win 24-8, relatively easy win for them today. And I know our next guest doesn't think it's easy, but it was from an outsider viewpoint watching the game. Lane Johnson joins us from the locker room. Lane, how we feeling?
Feeling good, man. Anytime you can get a division win, that's a plus. Like any game, there's stuff that we'd like to do better, especially in the second half, but we'll take it.
Hey, Lane, do you guys just get bored after you put up a big lead like this, man? Because this is the second game. You guys jump out, you get 24 points early, and then you coast to the finish line, namely because of the way your defense steps up as well. Yeah,
defense really had an unbelievable performance today. I feel that, we got to learn to play a full game. That's 4 quarters, so not 2.5, not 3. So we have to do that and have to be a better football team.
You know, Lane, I shudder to think, first of all, congratulations on the win. I shudder to think what would have happened if you guys could have got the run game going today with the way that Jalen was actually, throwing the ball. Today was you guys' lowest rush output, 72 yards on 30 attempts, 2.4 yards per attempt. What were they doing to you guys up front, that you couldn't get going today in the run game?
Obviously, we got to go back and look at the film. It's all going to boil down to execution, but the players that they have inside, Deron Payne's a great player, Jonathan Allen, and an active linebacker, of course. So, but it really just goes down to execution, and it's really, whenever we're executing, we're going to hit the big runs. We're going to have more than that. So, we need to be much better.
Lane, kind of a slow start for Jalen, 1 for 5. But what kicked it into gear for you guys, where it really it was easy to get the ball down the field?
Yeah, every game's different. Every series is different. So it just takes a while to develop. And I feel like it, took a little bit longer than maybe what it did against the Vikings. But you got to learn to overcome whatever adversity there is in the game, and that's that comes with the territory. So we just got to learn to play a complete game and learn when to put it away.
Hey, Lane, I had said that this, to me, is one of the best and most diversified offenses I've seen this Eagles team have in quite some time. Compare this offense with your weapons, the versatility, and I'm talking about from the offensive line to the wide receivers to the running backs. Compare this offense that you're playing with right now to some other offenses that you've played with since you've been here. Is this the best overall collection of talent that you've had around you since you've been with the Philadelphia Eagles?
Yeah, we just, we have playmakers really everywhere. And it goes, offense to defense. So we know we have obligation to practice hard and go out there and play a complete game. And so, we're going to learn from this and get better from this. But, yeah, as far as talent, we do have a lot of ability. But with that, man, there's a process to it. And so it's really just attacking every day. And, when you do that, it'll help you out on game day.
Lane, take us in the huddle and give us a glimpse of, Jalen Hurts up close. He doesn't share a lot. He keeps things real close to the vest. But today he starts out 0-5, and then he catches fire. What is he like in the huddle? What was he like in the huddle today, so to speak, to get off to such a slow start, but yet and still find his footing, 2 series later?
Yeah, there's probably about 5 seconds in the week, and that's after a win that Jalen say, hey, enjoy this moment. He works, and he, man, he's just mature. He walks in the huddle with a swagger, and really just is always, pretty stoic in whatever situation there's that he faces. So, we're all progressing. We're off to a good start, and we got to keep it going.
Lane, you had to block for the quarterback that played for Washington back in the day, and listen, he was getting destroyed back there today. Not only that, but we saw the same kind of warts. He displayed those warts that kind of towards the end of his career where the town kind of soured on him. When you're watching that happen, as a guy who blocked for him, and I assume you had some kind of friendship with him, what are you feeling?
A win's a win. Before it's Carson, it's one of those things, you wish him the best. It's a ball game. Whatever happens, but, that really doesn't change with anything off the field. As far as a friend, it doesn't change really anything. It's just a weird dynamic, we happen to play each other. But, when you go back and look at the film, I feel like our D-line was very active, just consistent, and, creating a lot of pressure today. I don't know how many sacks it was, 8 or 9. It was, it's a lot.
Did you chat with him after the game at all?
Yeah, a little bit. Just said, hey, man, stay healthy and, hit me up. So we stay in touch. So,
hey, Lane, can you talk about Devonta Smith today? 8 catches, 169 yards at the touchdown. The touchdown catch he made was spectacular, but here he is barely less into 2 seasons. Can you talk about how much you've seen in terms of his maturity as a professional football player?
Yeah, man, he's just a dynamic athlete. And some of those catches, like that one in the end zone, it looked sick from my angle, and I was looking at a guy, rushing the passer, but it just looked like he just went up there and mauled somebody. But I think with how we are, we're just some competitors. AJ Brown has a certain tone for that room. So does Smitty. So does Zach. So does Quez. And so those guys constantly pushing each other. Just making us better.
Lane, last one from me, man. How close are you guys to, putting together the complete game, the complete package? We talked about, how explosive you guys can be. You scored 24 of your 38 points against the Lions in the second quarter, 17 of your 24 points against the Vikings in the second quarter. All 24 of your points today in the second quarter against the Commanders. What do you guys got to do, and how close are you to putting together a total team effort, for 4 quarters? And what do you think you have to do to actually get that done?
Yeah, that's basically, every teammate being on the same level and answering the bell when they have to. And, it's hard to do. That's why this game is the ultimate team sport. Our defense played a hell of a game today. And, I guess where it starts, man, is really in practice. I know it sounds mundane, but to the outside viewer, when you were a player that, whatever great team you're part, they took practice pretty serious. And, when you have guys like that take it that way and compete, you're only pushing yourself to be the best version of yourself.
Lane, we're gonna let you go after this, but this is the statistic I was telling these guys about. I'm not even sure you're aware of this. This man, Lane Johnson, has not, forget about a sack, this man has not allowed a quarterback hit since week 7 of last season.
Wow.
Were you aware of that, and did you give up a hit today at all?
I don't think I did today, but for me, it's just every snap is it's all about getting off the line of scrimmage and being in tune with your tackle. I have a great guard next to me, and Isaac. I feel like what he's been able to overcome with the injury that he had. People saying that he may have difficulty, just doing regular stuff, and he's out there playing a whole nother position and naturally being the dominant player. So, him and then having Jalen as the mobile quarterback changes things up. So, I'm just lucky to have guys like that.
Well, listen, great win. You guys are rolling. We'll see what happens next week at home. Then you got Arizona on deck, 24-8, and you guys have to be feeling pretty good about yourself. Thanks for joining us, Lane. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank y'all.
All
Appreciate
All right,
you.
that's
All right,
Lane
man.
Johnson live from the Eagles locker room. We're going to take a break, and Devin's Diamond Debate is coming up. Devin Caney wearing some new jewelry. So pay attention. We'll see what she has on this week as she leads our Diamond Debate, the topic that we'll be batting around. Coming up after this on the Eagles Pond Lehocky Postgame Show. Back after this.
Hi everybody, my name's Jason Lombardi. I'm an inspector at DryTech. At DryTech we offer three major services, the first one being basement waterproofing, the second service we offer is foundation and structural repairs, and then the third service that we offer is mold remediation. If you feel you are having a waterproofing issue, give DryTech a call or check us out online.